I'm not wearing the same hoodie for 3 videos in a row because I'm lazy. It's because it's very cold here. Hi y'all, welcome to my channel, welcome to a new video. Beck, Hyperspace, album review, let's talk about it. This is the latest album from the man himself, Beck, known for some very classic music back in his heyday, Odelay, Sea Changes. He broke out with his very addictive and catchy song, Loser, which is and was one of his best songs to date. Not just how well it sounds or how really funny it is, but also just performance-wise in the charts. It did numbers back in its day. A lot of people would say that his last good album was Sea Changes, which was released in 2002, and ever since then he's kind of tapered off, not just quality-wise, but songwriting ability. He isn't as witty, as smart, or as clever as he used to be, but the one thing Beck was really known for is his creativeness in the realms of a genre that he put himself into. He is known for a lot of things. Let me just list off some of them. Mostly alternative rock. He's also about lo-fi indie, mainly singer-songwriter music, alternative dance, electropop, neo-psychedelia, also experimental rock, contemporary folk, hip-hop, electronic, chamber folk, new disco, acoustic blues, chiptune. There's a lot. But whenever he would put himself into a genre, he usually would be stellar about it. But very similar to this album and his last album, Colors, they aren't really good fusions. Colors was released in 2017, and it was a fusion of pop, and it really was more confused than anything else. But look, let's stay on topic here. What genre does Beck dive into on Hyperspace? Mainly synthpop, mainly electropop, and some dream pop as well. And that's very apparent with some of the singles coming off of this album, Dark Places and Uneventful Days. Dark Places had a very lackluster production behind it. I mean, a lot of what's on this song seems so rudimentary. Like, it's very naive and very plain. The drum sampling, the synthesizer work, the vocals even, they all sound so simple. And while the other track, Uneventful Days, has a little bit more bite to it, it really does deliver on its title, being that this is a very uneventful song. It's directionless, it goes nowhere, and I guess it kind of infuses trap with, like, spacey synthesizer work. But man, Beck really is like a husk of his former self, because very rarely does he show any wit or, I mean, at some points barely even talent on this album. As for the most part on this album, he really lets the production do most of the work, and even the production just sounds really boring. It's like a mixture of what Slowdive were doing back in their old day, mixed with the newer ambient pop sounds of today, and also a little bit of guitar work here and there, and turn it down to a 1, and this is what happens. This album is what you get. For the most part on this album, it really just kind of riffs the same idea multiple times. You get these dreamy, pretty cold synthesizers that are playing across the track, and then you get Beck just kind of singing, Maybe a drum loop pops in, maybe some hi-hats in the background, maybe a guitar here and there, who knows? I don't know, really. The two exceptions for me were the song Stratosphere and Everlasting Nothing. Stratosphere starts the song off with Beck singing, and it's not terrible, and the guitar strumming is pretty fine too. Stratosphere sounds like a song, I can't put my finger on it, but it's not a bad tune. I like that this song has a sense of direction, and it's not just this like ambient piece of synthesizer that's just rumbling away and doing nothing. There's direction to this track. There's a chorus. There's a structure to this song. And that's also the case for the last track on this thing, Everlasting Nothing. And I was actually pretty worried going into this track because it's the longest song on here at 5 minutes. But the song actually features some of Beck's best vocals on the album. They're clear, they're coherent, they're not bogged down by the production. But yeah, there's nothing really much else to say about this album because it just feels like a bad left turn into dream pop, and you're just basically ripping off ideas from some of the dream pop pioneers like Cocteau twins or Slowdive. I guess really the positive thing about it is that you can get worse than this because it's not offensively bad. I mean, I wouldn't want to sit through this album, but I mean, if someone played it on the radio, I really wouldn't care all that much. It's literally the album for spacing out, forgetting you were supposed to do something, or forgetting you are doing something now. Yeah, it's just not that interesting. Unfortunately. Personally, I would give it a C-. Outro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this album down below. Let me know what albums you want me to review next, and that is it. Leave a like, comment, share, do whatever you want. Let me know how I can improve future videos down below, and remember, this is only my opinion because music is subjective.